Welcome to Prescribing Lifestyle, the podcast that's all about empowering you to live your healthiest, happiest life. I'm your host, Dr. Avi Charlton, and each week we'll dive into the latest research, practical tips, and inspiring stories to help you optimize your well-being. From nutrition and fitness to mental health and mindfulness, we'll explore every aspect of lifestyle medicine, giving you the tools you need to make informed decisions and take control of your health. Whether you're looking into preventing disease, managing chronic conditions, or simply elevate your quality of life, Prescribing Lifestyle is here to guide you on your journey to wellness. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to embark on this transformative adventure towards a healthier, happier you. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome to another episode of Prescribing Lifestyle, the podcast where we explore how to lead a healthier life. Today, we're going to talk about nutrition in children, in kids. This is inspired by the upcoming episode on Wednesday where I interviewed Dr. Sarah Hancock, who is an expert on children's dental health. She does lots of research and she will dive into some practical tips and what her research is about children's dental health. Today, I'm just going to give you some simple tips and just sharing my experience about how to deal with kids' nutrition. It is so important. We all know that nutrition is important for adults because a lot of us have poor metabolic health. A lot of us want to lose weight. Kids often don't need to lose weight, but proper nutrition is so important because they need to grow, to have important development, and their brain needs to function properly and learn and grow. So sugar and processed foods really need to be minimized because there is not much or no nutrition in those foods. And hidden sugars can be found in everyday items. For example, tomato sauce or even flavored milk. And it's very sneaky. It's in almost everything. Just remember, 2/3 of the supermarket are processed foods, and it can be hidden in muesli bars, even cereal and biscuits and cakes. Why is sugar so bad? Why do we need to reduce sugar in kids? Because it affects many, many things. Childhood obesity is getting worse and worse. There are kids that are totally addicted to sugar, and having too much sugar certainly increases the risk of chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease when they get older. There are growing numbers of diabetics who are children, and then there are common disorders like skin conditions, eczema, or asthma, that can be improved with cutting down sugar in children's diets. And even some brain disorders, neurological disorders like ADHD, learning disabilities, can be improved with reducing sugar. I always say when a child comes in with coughs and colds to not eat sugar and processed foods, because I believe having sugar and processed food also reduces their immune system. Maybe it increases the risk of chronic coughs and post-viral coughs. So I make a point of pointing out to parents that if they have a cold, just avoid the sugar and the junk food. Childhood obesity is growing worse and worse. And not to say that excessive sugar can be associated with more dental problems, dental decay. So it's so important we need to reduce the sugar and processed foods in our children. We also should try and encourage healthy eating habits. This is setting them up for life. So I've got 10 tips on how to concentrate on encouraging healthy eating habits. Number 1, emphasize on nutrient-dense meals. Help your children to know what's good for them. Nutrition is important in terms of protein and veggies. they need to eat real food. They need their protein so they can build their growth and build their muscles and bones. They need meat, eggs, chicken, fish. They need veggies and low sugar fruit, and they need healthy fat. So first of all, we need to think of giving them nutrient-dense meals. Number 2, they do not need sugar, refined grains and junk food and highly processed snacks for their energy. These foods are highly inflammatory and they do not need it. It is not essential. They are just optional. Number 3, children do not need sugary drinks. 1 can of soft drinks contain 9 teaspoons of sugar, 38 grams of sugar. 1 packet of fruit juice, 250 ml, contains 6 teaspoons of sugar. Also be careful of flavored milk and sports drinks like Gatorade. Children do not need these sugary drinks. They need real food. Number 4, kids need healthy fat. We don't go low fat for kids. They need full fat, full cream milk. The fat will keep them lasting for longer. They make them full. The essential fatty acids are important for their growth, for their brain function, and we need the fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, and we need these to be eaten with our fatty meals like fish and even meat, dairy, nuts and seeds, real fat like butter and not margarines. Number 5, kids should eat nutrient-dense carbohydrates rather than refined carbohydrates. For example, root vegetables are nutrient-dense carbohydrates like potatoes, sweet potatoes, beetroot, vegetables, and fruit. For example, berries. They have nutrients. They are nutrient-dense carbohydrates, not the junk food sugar carbohydrates. Number 6, kids should eat whole fruits, not fruit juice and not dried fruit. Whole fruits contain nutrients and fiber, and fruit juice and dried fruit have much higher sugar content. Beware of the fructose in the content of fruit. Low sugar fruit is much better. For example, berries. And I would also not give crazily amount of fruit, maybe 1 or 2 servings a day. That could be enough. But the fruit is real food, so it's probably better to eat the fruit than the junk food. Number 7, food should be labeled as everyday foods or sometimes foods rather than treats. So we should avoid giving them treats when they have good behavior. Avoid giving them lollies and lollipops or any treats. Just label them as everyday food, or that could be sometimes food. So maybe they have a piece of cake that you can say this is only sometimes food. When they go out for birthday party or when maybe they go out for dinner, they have a soft drink. It is a sometimes food rather than treats. Because if they get associated that treats is when they do something good, this can last them for a lifetime, that they think, oh, if they have had a hard day, they deserve some treats. Number 8, sugary foods should be sometimes foods, not everyday foods, such as cakes, muffins, biscuits, and desserts. The kids don't need desserts every day. They don't need cakes and they don't need muffins. Number 9, eating out food should be treated as sometimes food. Number 10, avoid using foods, especially sugar fruit foods, as a reward. Pick other things as rewards. For example, star charts, special experiences, maybe take them out for a mummy and boy day, mummy and Jack day. They might be able to get pocket money or some special books or some special time together. And a bonus, number 11, pick your battle. Don't beat yourself. The society needs to change as a whole. The whole thing is difficult. It is difficult to get kids to eat good. So pick your battle. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Don't beat yourself if your kids has had a soft drink. And sometimes the school has to help because they get lollies, they get treats, they get given a lollipop or a icy pole on someone's birthday, and it's almost every day it's someone's birthday in the school. And sometimes you can't control it. So do what you can control, and sometimes you can't control, and treat it as a progression, not a perfection. So kids need to learn, and then hopefully they make good choices for themselves in the future. Maybe try one step at a time. Make one change each week. Don't beat yourself up if you have a setback. Get your children involved in cooking and meal preparation. Talk about real food, talk about nutrients. For example, the eggs, it's got so many vitamins. It's got iron, it's got folate. Maybe talk about red meat, which has got iron and it's got protein, it's got the healthy fat to make hormones. Keep the junk food out of the house. Don't buy the junk food as much as you can. Set a good example as an adult. Keep healthy snacks in the cupboard and the fridge. Maybe some nuts or fruit or cut up carrots or veggie sticks, some yogurt, some sugar-free jelly, or even cold meat like ham, sausages. They can be some healthy snacks. Don't forbid and limit the frequency and quantity instead. So don't try too hard to forbid them. Kids can be encouraged and rewarded when they say no to sugary treats and offers. For example, if they go to a party, I don't usually say too much, but if they have good choices, maybe just praise them a bit. So, just as a conclusion, this is a very, very difficult topic. It's hard, and if you don't succeed, just make small progressive changes. It is important to think about it, and I see lots of problems. For example, teenage girls having iron deficiency because they don't eat enough red meat and they have too much sugar. I think that contributes to nutrient deficiencies as well. So I believe reducing sugar and carbs in the kids' diet is a crucial step towards their long-term health and well-being. We should do proactive measures in promoting real food rather than sugary food and junk food. And the more we help them make positive choices, the more they will remember. With the right approach, we can guide our children towards a healthier future, one meal at a time. So, I hope this has been insightful with practical tips. On Wednesday, we'll have Dr. Sarah Hancock with other practical tips on how to deal with nutrition in children, especially dental health. Hope this has been helpful in your life. Leave me a feedback and give me some suggestions on what you can do. Thanks for listening to Prescribing Lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more tips on leading a healthier life. See you next time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Prescribing Lifestyle podcast. Before we wrap up, I have an exciting news to share. I have a new ebook called Low Carb Made Easy. It's now available. This guide is perfect for anyone looking to dive into the low carb lifestyle. Inside, you'll find the basic theory behind low carb eating, a detailed food list, practical meal plan, and a variety of delicious recipes. It's designed to make a journey to better health easier, simpler, and enjoyable. For those who prefer a hard copy, head over to my website and register your interest using the link provided. My website is www.mlcclinic.com.au. Head to online store. Remember, the information shared in this podcast, it's for educational purposes only and not proper medical advice. Always consult your medical professional before making any changes to your lifestyle and diet or you can come and see me in Melbourne Low Carb Clinic. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with us on social media. Your feedback will help us improve and reach more listeners. Lastly, if you found this episode helpful, please share it with your friends and family. Together, we can make a positive impact to our health and our communities. Thanks again for listening, and as always, stay healthy and happy. Until next time.